right?
Yeah. So I think today we were going to briefly talk about Bitcoin. Is that right? And
Sure.
The strategies that you've used on Bitcoin. But I mean, as you probably know, I've done a bit of a deep delve into Bitcoin, the fundamentals, and I'm sort of keen on the fundamentals. So even if I just buy and hold it, then I know that's not trading, but that's one way of benefiting from Bitcoin. But
sure,
when you've looked at it and sort of analyzed it, you've come up with several profitable strategies just on Bitcoin. Is that right?
Right. Well, I'll show you. Like I just updated the updating process for updating the track record for the things that I've the LDR strategies that I've released is cumbersome. So I did manage to. I got one of them updated, and as it turns out, it's made since. I mean, you know how volatile it is, so you know that.
Yep.
But since they were released, these were released in September of 20, and since then it's made $180,000.
Wow!
Trading one contract. Now it's this one particular strategy, the LDR. The LDR strategies range from ones that are slower and smoother to ones that are faster and choppier, and they've all done very well. But this one has been one of the standouts, and it's probably it's smoother than a lot of the other ones. But it's with a market, the opportunities like this don't come along every day. That's for sure. So anyway, we're building. I've done the preliminary research work with Ranger Maker to build Ranger strategies, because I believe that they'll be as good, if not better, than what we have in LDR, and they'll be different. So for people who want to diversify, that's important. And I've run all that stuff. I ran it on 60-minute and 30-minute bars on the Bitcoin futures, and I've run them on the Bitcoin Cash and the Litecoin Cash and the Ethereum, and they've all been exceptional. So I can show you the preliminary work we've done so far if you're interested.
Yeah, that'd be great.
See, before I start showing the screen, I'm gonna go find it first.
So how many LDR strategies are there for Bitcoin, did you say?
There are just six. There are six, and they range from faster to the one that we're talking about now is the slower one.
Yeah.
And the thing is, one of the things that I found from the S&P, which used to be the world's most volatile market, it is no longer, since the cryptos have taken that crown. But the really fast, when I first built what became XT99 on the S&P, and it was actually the S&P then. They didn't have the E when we first built it, but I built it like with a 6 month by, I think it was a 6 month by 2 month window, optimization window. So, and the fastest Bitcoin window is 3 months by 1, and the slowest one right now is 24 by, let me just, hold on. I think the slowest one is 24 months by 3 months. Now we created all the LDR, we created all the Ranger stuff on, I think I made it on 30-minute bars, because there's just not a lot of history in the cash. At least I'm working with the cash crypto. There's more history in other cash in the cash crypto markets, but I'm working with what's available in trade stations, so that customers can take advantage of it. So they only go back for, I think, about a year and a half or two. So I did it on 30 minutes just to give it enough. And let's see here. Hold on.
Yeah, I can see the spreadsheet now. That's great.
So you can see, for example, this is the report we get summarizing what you saw in those directories.
Yeah. So on the left, sorry to summarize, there are all the different strategies. I can make out sort of counter trend, no trend, with trend, all the different strategies on the left, and then the returns on the right.
What this actually does is this spreadsheet summarizes the results. For example, this number here, 47,421, it actually is the average P&L for this particular, for all these different. This is trend with MACD, with our customized MACD.
Yeah.
So you can see the average is 47. The highest one's about 77,000. And this is only for a couple of years.
Yeah.
So it's really very, that's, you know, and one of the things one of the things I discovered just recently was that when I first started doing this, was kind of the opinion, based upon past experience, that you had this column here, profitable optimizations. This is telling you how many of the optimizations in each batch was actually profitable. So this is 531 is not particular. 5% is not very good. Yeah. So the best one here is like 11%. So that probably I probably would just kind of ignore that one. Yeah. But you can see one of the things we found, I kind of thought, just kind of as a rule of thumb, that you wanted to have, like, say 60% or better in this column here. Of course, if you have 100%, you know you're going to walk forward fine. You know, that's everything. Other than you could be profitable, you know, 100% of the time, but the profit could be so small it doesn't really matter. But that's where you have to use this is where you have to use a little bit of judgment. But I kind of found when we were doing stuff with the S&P that even as little as 40% profitable in this batch is still can produce robust results. So anyway, what I'm seeing here is, you know, what you see very clearly here. These are the limit entry ones here, and by far and away the snap entry, the breakout entry mode worked the best, actually. Yeah. So, and here we're seeing a lot of really attractive results. Now this is for Bitcoin futures. Now let's see if I can. Let's see if I can get Bitcoin Cash here. Here's Bitcoin.
So these strategies seem to suggest that buying on a breakout as opposed to waiting for a pullback was a better approach.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. But you can see, for example, it's a strongly trending market, because you can see, for example, all the counter trend stuff the counter trend stuff wasn't exceptional in any case. I would imagine we'll have some good results with we're probably going to get good results in every one of these. I'm sure of that. Now, but you can see, for example, the with trend stuff did benefit from buying. It was the stuff buying the pullbacks was actually pretty decent. You can see here that was a couple of that are pretty nice.
Yeah, I'm with you.
So so this is the thing, you know. I mean, what I'm wanting here is at least 6 strategies, again, like in the with trend, neutral trend, and counter trend. Yeah. And one of the, and we're not going to have any problem with it, that's for sure. One of the things that we're also kind of finding. Let's see. I'm going to drop that line of thought. Okay, let me see if let me open up one of the. Let me open up the. This. Oh, hell, I didn't. Okay, this is Ethereum Cash. The window is looked at as a different screen.
I'm with you.
So you can see here, these are all really very. These are pretty nice also.
Yeah. Yeah.
And again, the limit entry stuff with trend is very, very attractive. But all the stop breakout stuff was actually really quite good. Yeah. So let's see, how did the neutral trend stuff do? The neutral breakout was also very, very good.
Yeah, 88, 95% there.
Because the thing is, ultimately, like I'm true to my quote: big numbers here, low numbers here, fantasy. But big numbers here and big numbers here, that's going to be a moneymaker. So
yeah,
we're going to be a very. I mean, these are really the thing is, one of the things we also found was, so when I talked to one of the brokers at Tradestation, and they let you trade in very small increments, almost like almost like the, what do they call them, CFDs.
yeah.
You can actually trade. You can trade an 01 in Ethereum and in Litecoin, and you can trade 1,000th or like a 1/100th of a cent, 100th of a Bitcoin cent. So you can in the cash. So when you trade so really what it really boils down to is you could trade any of these things with very limited capital.
Yeah. I trade my strategies through Striker. I haven't actually checked whether they would run this on their system and automate it completely. Do you know if they do?
You mean it's not completely automated?
On Striker it is, absolutely. But I'm thinking, will they run this with Bitcoin Cash or there? Do you think?
I don't see why they wouldn't, because it's no different from their point of view. It's absolutely no different at all from their point of view.
Mm-hmm.
So I can ask him, but I'm pretty, because they're very they really want to. They're very accommodative. They really want to make sure people can do whatever they can. And I know obviously crypto is a lot of folks are moving towards trading crypto because it's so volatile. So pretty exciting, really.
Yeah, absolutely. I think I'm sure if it was possible, Striker would be able to do it. I'll definitely have that conversation with them.
Sure. Well, I'm going to do these. I'm going to get the Bitcoin. I'm going to get the cash stuff out. Actually, what we're planning on doing is we're going to. Well, I'm going to get the trios for the E-mini and crude and gold in 60-minute stuff for Ranger done. A lot of people are waiting for that, and then I'm going to do, just because because it's so popular. I've run stuff now on stacks also, and with Ranger. And if you want to see any of that, I'm happy to show you that too. It's really it's really doing very, very well. So I'm going to basically I like to release portfolios of these things that make sense. So I'm going to do a trio for each of the FANG stocks.
Yeah.